morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm up. How are you? I'm good. I did my class reunion this weekend, so I was out of order. I went on I need a new look, and so I cut 6 inches off of my head. Yes, I cut 6 inches off of my hair. I was going through it, y'all. I needed a release. I needed a release. Don't worry, my hair will grow back. Yes, because y'all don't understand. Hair does not make a person. Good morning, Dar. Hi, Nicole. Hair doesn't make a person, y'all. I think a lot of people get caught up in the fact of a black woman having long hair and they define that person. Yes, I did have fun. I had a lot of fun. Um, my hair doesn't define me. Although I take pride in my hair, I'm not just hair. And even though it was long, it still had some damage to it. And even though I don't put heat to my head, I still dye my hair. I went on a dyeing frenzy. And so when you dye your hair, you can still damage your hair. Hey, you can still damage your hair by dyeing your hair. And I went on a dyeing frenzy because I started getting grays at a very young age. So I just cut off all the hair that I felt like wasn't healthy for me. Don't worry, my hair will grow back. Okay? That's one thing I ain't worried about is my hair growing. Okay? Trust me, I'm not. But is it a lot healthier? Yes. Is it a lot more manageable for me? Yes. And I did have fun at my reunion. It was interesting, y'all. I got voted most likely. Can I get the hearts pumping? That's how people know I'm live, y'all. When you get the hearts moving. Thank you. Thank you. How long is it now? Probably like right here. It was like right here. Well, it was like right here down my back, but now it's like right here. 6 inches is a lot. I did cry a little bit, but I'm okay with that. It's just hair. But my hair will be in protective styles till my birthday, and it'll give my hair time to just grow out without me dyeing it. Thank you. I got voted most likely to end up on a reality TV show, which I thought was hilarious. I was like, dang, that's how y'all see me? Most likely to be on a reality TV show? Are we kidding? It tracks. That doesn't track for me, man. I was like, it's crazy because people feel like, you have a real job, don't you? I was like, yeah, I'm just real private with, my personal life. And so it was like really funny how people were like in my class follow me now. I don't know. I think I'd be in a bubble and I don't realize, people actually do follow me. I don't be paying attention like that. And so it's just Big Brother, you'd rule. Oh, Big Brother, I think I'd be kicked out because I wouldn't play no shit. I wouldn't take no shit from nobody. I think I'd piss off a lot of people. I would probably be deemed the angry black woman, and I'd be okay with it. I'll take it. I would definitely take it. I would take the angry black woman. All right, now that the hearts are pumping, we got a lot of shit to go through. And I'm not happy about any of it. First and foremost, Breonna Taylor, Brett Hagerson was sentenced to 3 years. Now, we all know the Justice Department wanted him to only get 1 day. But I'm happy that the courts ignored them and gave that man 3 years. I feel like he deserves more. Thank you. I feel like he deserves more, but I know that wasn't the case. We are not in a normal, I want people to understand, we are not in the place we were during Biden and Obama. Hell, we're not even in the same place we were during Bush. We're in a whole different era. We're in an era where, ooh, my buns are crooked. We're in an era where white supremacy reigns. Whether you want to realize it or not, white Christian nationalism is on the rise. And no matter what we do in the courts or outside of the courts, they're going to come first. So when it comes to ruling against us, black people, minorities, they're going to get the upper hand. Just look at it. Trump is demanding the Washington Commanders to change their name back to the Washington Redskins, even though that is harmful towards the Native Americans, the indigenous people of this country. Okay? The indigenous people of this country. The ones that were here before everybody. White folks like to say, we are the Native Americans. You're not the Native Americans. I'm sorry. Let's get it very clear. White people, you are not the Native Americans of America. You're actually the invaders. You're the colonizers, okay? That Jubilee should have opened y'all mouths. Y'all, if y'all watched the Jubilee with Madid Hassan, I hope I said his name right. If y'all watched that Jubilee, y'all would understand where we are in America. These people are no longer even just far right. They're fascist. They are in a fascist state. Far right, white only. It was insane to watch how they were talking to him. And the thing that I loved is that they got irritated every time this man one-upped him, because you weren't sitting in front of a man that wasn't educated. You were sitting against an immigrant man who was educated enough to counter your shit every goddamn time. And they would get upset. And you could tell they were getting upset because they started laughing more. They started smiling more. They started playing with their bodies and movement more. Their bodies became uncomfortable. And then they went to where? Straight racism. Even to the point where they agreed. Some of them agreed with children in Gaza being unalived. That's how far they were willing to go. They were upset that the phones they used, the YouTube that they're on, was created by a minority, a foreigner. Yes, if you're on YouTube and you don't like people of color, you're using an app created by people of color. Yeah, you're using an app created by people of color. The phone you on was created by a black person. The chips that you use in your phone to recharge comes from an African country. Y'all are delusional. Without us, y'all would not be able to use these apps. TikTok is a foreign app. It is made by a foreign person. Y'all claim to not like people of color or black people, but yet y'all use everything that we invent. Make it make sense. Your delusion is beyond compare. And that Jubilee show should have showed y'all and opened y'all eyes where a lot of white people that voted for Donald Trump are. They are not in a sane place. They are a cult. They believe that they come first. And I'm going to say something. I am sorry that America lied to y'all, especially white men. I'm sorry that America lied to y'all. America was set up for you guys to never have to work, for you guys never had to make it anywhere. It was set up for you guys to win no matter what. You're supposed to win. That's why it was set up. It was set up so y'all were supposed to win and y'all were supposed to be on top 24/7. Y'all were never supposed to work hard for any position that you got. You're supposed to get the prettiest girl no matter what. You're supposed to graduate and go to the best schools no matter what. Why? Because you're white and nothing else and nothing more. I am sorry that this system failed you. And when you actually had to go on a level playing field with people who do not look like you, you realized you weren't the best. And you realize that the American dream was not an American dream. It was false. You were looking through a glass that did not exist. Because the only reason the American dream worked for you was because nobody else was on the same playing field with you, because you kept your foot on their necks. Because when the foot is let up, you've realized that, oh shit, I am not the best in the room. Oh shit, I am not prepared to go toe to toe with people who have to work 5 times as much as I do. Yes, I'm going to say this. The saying in our community is we have to be 3 times better than the white person standing next to us in order to be seen. So we have to work way harder. We have to do everything better. We have to be better than y'all times 3 in order to be seen. And that is why a lot of y'all are not getting into college. That's why a lot of y'all were being pushed to the side for minorities, because of the fact that minorities know that in order to be seen in a room with y'all, They had to work 5 times as much. They had to have more extracurricular activities. They had to be on more school activities. They had to be more ahead of more presidents. They had to do more extracurricular outside and more community service. They couldn't have just a 4.0. They had to have a 4.6 because they were going against y'all who are already going to be in the room. Why? Because you're white and you're male. I am sorry the American dream failed you. Because eventually we as a people, minorities and black people, were going to catch up with y'all. And now y'all are trying to unlevel the playing field by saying DEI. Y'all are actually the DEI hires, whether you want to realize it or not. Y'all are actually the DEI hires because y'all are not qualified. In the position in the field that I'm in, I've watched several white men walk onto positions that they are not qualified for. I've even had to train some of them, but they come in because their dad knew the president or the person that was over the room. I'm fresh out of college, but hey, my dad knew so and so, so I got this position. All out of seniority, not seniority. What's it called? Nepotism. Most of y'all are nepotism children. Y'all go to college for shit, and then you just get put on. You don't actually have to work. You don't actually have to put in no effort. And so now what's happening in this time is white people want to decenter equality. They no longer want it to be equal anymore. This is why the Heritage Foundation is back out here. This is why Project 2025 is in full effect. It's because they don't want this shit to be equal no more. They want to be on top, whether they earned it or not. They feel like America belongs to them because they invaded it, they conquered it, they stole it, they used people to build it, so they feel like it's theirs. And then they want to lie and say it's a Christian country. I'm sorry, but this country was not founded on Christianity. It was founded on freedom of religion. Most of y'all were fleeing. Well, y'all were fleeing a dirty ass country first and foremost because y'all didn't wash your ass. So y'all was fleeing a plague, the Black Plague. And y'all were fleeing religion. And so y'all came to this country being able to do whatever y'all wanted to do. And yes, in the Constitution, it does not mention Christianity. It does mention separate from church and state, which that has been fucked because now churches and pastors can now use their congregation to put somebody in office. Church and state no longer exists, and that is number 1 on the Heritage Foundation. Have y'all heard of the Esther Accords? If you've heard of the Esther Accords, please let me know. No. Well, the Esther Accords is something everybody needs to be paying attention to. It's part of the Heritage Foundation's little inner workings. This is their next step after they get Project 2025 done. I want y'all to be prepared for what's going to come down the pipeline because they're going to do the same exact thing they did with Project 2025 and what Republicans did during the election. So, like I told y'all, the Republicans started small. They started in school boards. They started on, committee seats in the cities. They started in mayoral candidates. They started small. And then they worked themselves up to having these people in House of Representatives and the GOP and the Senate and now the presidency. I want y'all to know that J.D. Vance belongs to the Heritage Foundation, even though that man that started that shit is, which I'm so happy to hear. Yes, I am. I'm happy to hear that it's about time. That's his boy. That's their baby. They asked for that baby. They put Trump and him together. On purpose. Okay? And JD is buying his time. I'm muted. I'm not muted. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. Okay. And if anybody's seen my recap, please let me know if y'all seen my recap. Because that is important. Go up here. So I had to do some digging on the Esther Accords. Okay, so it's nothing to play with. The Esther Accords is not officially ratified treaty of peace and legislation, but rather a proposed framework being pushed by the right-wing think tanks, primarily the Heritage Foundation, as a part of a broader Christian nationalist and neo-conservative agenda, okay, in the U.S. The name Esther Accords is a play on Abraham Accords, but with more explicit religious and apocalyptic undertone, rooted in evangelical prophecies and politics of Christian Zionism. Christian Zionism. Can I show any proof? No, bitch, go look it up. Christian Zionism. Okay? Framework. I want you, they put Christian and Zionism together. It's worse than Project 2025. Yes. Here's the breakdown. What are the Esther Accords? Unofficial proposal reportedly being promoted by the Heritage Foundation and Christian nationalist organizations, named after Queen Esther, the biblical figure who saved the Jews from destruction, symbolizing the idea of modern Christian and Jewish unity against perceived evil empires like Iran, secular shit, leftism, Islamic people, black people, LGBTQIA, people who are Catholic, people who are Buddhist, people who are atheists, anybody who is not Christian or Jew. Anybody who's not a Christian or a Jew will be looked against. The Rio political pact between American evangelicals and right-wing Israeli leaders, that's why I say AIPAC needs to get the fuck out, Israeli leaders and authoritarian-leaning governments, okay? That is a concept of all of them together, okay? So you've got religion politicians, American evangelicals, right-wing Israeli leaders, and authoritarian-leaning governments all combining together. Actually, I really don't give a damn what Jesus was. Let's be real. I don't care. I don't care what Jesus was. Because everybody worships Jesus in their own way. I don't care that Jesus was a Jew. I don't care if Jesus was Catholic. I don't care if Jesus was Christian. I don't care. At the end of the day, everybody worships Jesus in their own way. Who gives a damn? If you weaponize God to get your way, you're going to hell regardless. Because that is a sin. You're weaponizing God. That is a sin. You're sinning right there. You're using God in a way to oppress people. That is a sin. What's not clicking, Carol? By the time you get up there, you're going down anyways. What y'all are doing is sinful. Common sense. What you are doing is a sin. You're using God to get your way and to oppress people that don't look like you or believe what you believe in. That is not of God. That is not of God's teaching. So where you will end up is down there with Lucifer having a good old time. Back to what I'm saying about the Esther Accords. So, it advances the idea that the U.S. should more aggressively back Israel military, diplomatically and culturally in a spiritual war. Y'all remember where it was a time where preachers used to go out and say, we are not going against LGBTQIA. We're in a spiritual warfare with them. We're in a spiritual warfare. We're going in a spiritual warfare with them. That is going to be the trope that they're going to be starting to use again. When LGBTQ people were being unalived left and right in this country, being tied to trees, being drugged, when black people wanted just to be equal, it was a spiritual warfare. Y'all are going to start weaponizing God all over again. So, the key goals and themes of the Esther Accord: religious war framing. Like I said, we're not fighting against children going to school anymore for free education. We're fighting against children that are a certain way, that look a certain type, that speak a certain language. They should not have access to education because God demands it. That's what it's going to start looking like. So, cast modern geopoliticals as spiritual warriors, often invoking biblical end of times rhetoric. The world is ending. Y2K is going to happen. That kind of shit is going to start popping up again. Okay? Sees like Iran and global, godless globalism. They're going to start deeming people who do not believe in Christianity or who's not part of Jewish community as godless people. We're no longer seen as human. We're seen as the worshipers of something else because we don't believe in those things. I'm sorry, let me make something very clear. I was raised Catholic and then I went over to Pentecostal and now I'm spiritual. Not once have I ever said I'm a Christian. But all those areas, I believe in God. Not one section of those religions did not teach God. Not one. So, the U.S.-Israel alliance, it wants to deepen U.S. loyalty to Israel without any conditions. We already give this fucking country $157 billion of taxpayer money. Yes, for all you MAGA people that say it's supposed to be America first, do you not know we give $157 billion a year to Israel to live better than us? To live better than us. Let me break some shit down for you. Medical costs for the average person in America is over $13,000. Medical costs on an average person in Israel is $3,100. $3,100. The cost of an average person to go to college in America is over $36,000. The average cost for an Israeli person to go to school in Israel is $3,000. $3,000. Income to live comfortably in America for a 4-people household. That means 2 parents and 2 kids. Over $230,000 in America. For Israel, $72,000 per year. $72,000. Homelessness in America. Over 653,000 people in America are homeless. Homelessness in Israel, 3,500. And that is because we give them $175 billion a goddamn year to survive. Just so we can have a stake in the Middle East. Americans are suffering because we give Israel all our goddamn money. Our taxpayer money does not even go to fund us. You know our Social Security? Y'all are paying into Social Security for people that are going to retire right now. We ain't got shit for us. You want to know why? Because our money is being funded. Our Social Security is being funded to pay for Israel, to pay for everybody else. You know that the government owes Social Security billions of dollars. We have IOUs sitting in Social Security right now. When you get ready to retire, you may not have shit. And then, if you make too much money, you don't qualify for the Social Security you've been working your ass off and paying into for the last, 30-something years that you worked? Then if you file an appeal, it takes years for you to get that fucking appeal. But we can pay Israel $175 billion so they can survive and live better. But y'all talking about America first. America consists of Jews, Christians, Buddhists, atheists, Catholics, Baptists, Pentecostals, spiritual, evangelical, Mormons. It don't just consist of Jewish people. And yet we giving them all our fucking money. And now they want unconditional loyalty from the United States when it comes to the Esther Accords. They want unconditional loyalty. No criticism of settlements, no annexations, no human rights violations, which, let me make something very clear. UK, Japan, Canada, who else has already come out against them? Italy, France have all said, and 20 other nations have already said that they need to end what's going on in Gaza. Even the damn Pope said he's tired of this shit. Now, the one thing I'm tired of the framework happening when it comes to what's going on in Gaza is they keep calling it a war. It is not a war. It's a Holocaust. It is not a war. It is a Holocaust, okay? No one is fighting. Yesterday, 32 people were unalived by what it looked like to be a food site that was depicted as a food site. A Jordanian little boy was unalived as well. Yeah. They played it like it was a food site, and then they took everybody out. They went to go seek food. When people say hell is on earth, I really do think they're talking about y'all. Y'all are the gatekeepers of hell. Y'all have to be. There cannot be anybody else. Because the atrocities that y'all have committed throughout the times of this earth being created, nobody else can commit them but y'all. Y'all are our gatekeep to going to heaven. It is, and you know what? I hate to put all of y'all under that umbrella, but if it doesn't speak for you, don't answer. But I really do feel that this is our hell. These are the gatekeepers of hell. I feel, because there's nowhere in this world that y'all have not touched and destroyed. There is no place in this world that y'all have not touched, destroyed, renamed, thought that y'all were doing better. It does not make any sense. Y'all think power is some kind of wealth, and it's really not. Power is in the way you treat people. Power and loyalty comes from the way you treat people. And this is why y'all are not able to stay on top for so long. This is why there's always some kind of rebellion against y'all. Because y'all steal power. Y'all don't earn it. You don't earn it. And now with these Esther Accords, it's going to get worse. It is going to get worse. So on top of them not wanting no criticism of settlements, no annexations, or human rights violations, they want to push for recognition of biblical Israel, which includes the West Bank and potentially Gaza as a part of Israel. I'm sorry, I'm going to say this. Israel's only 80 fucking years old. Y'all don't deserve that land. It is not yours. God was not born in Israel. He was born in Palestine, in Gaza. Y'all belong in Germany. That's where y'all should be. Go back to where you came from. Go fight Germany for your homeland. Y'all stole someone else's homeland and y'all trying to make it y'all's. That don't make no sense. Y'all stole someone else's homeland and y'all trying to make it y'all's. God was not born in Israel. He was born in Gaza. I don't know how much more to put it to y'all. And baby, hair like wool, feet like brass. Baby, he wasn't white. He was not white. Somebody daddy was not either Mary or God. One of them was black, brown, Palestinian. One of them wasn't one of us. It wasn't y'all, okay? It wasn't y'all. I'm just saying, if you're thinking geo-wise, it wasn't y'all. Y'all trying to hold on to some shit, I'm sorry, I gave my book to my daddy before I got a chance to read it. I got the book, the Ethiopian Bible, the real Bible. The Bible that was created before y'all got a hold of it. The book that actually had the book of Enoch in it, and all the chapters that y'all erased because y'all didn't want people of color and black people to be a part of it. Oops, you're bad. Ethiopians, I'm going to get the book again because I want to read it. I'm going to get the book again because I want to read it. The real Bible, not the one that y'all bought and paid for and stamped. Not that one, the real one. The real Bible, not that John shit, New Testament, Old Testament. No, I want the real one. Yes, y'all, there was a Bible before Christians and Catholics got their hands on it. I know y'all don't want to believe that, but the Ethiopian Bible is the true Bible. And they stripped that Bible of a lot of teachings that involved people that look like me and people of brown. They stripped those out of there so that the white man could be seen as God's children and only God's children. And that's not the case. Y'all weren't even nowhere near. Y'all weren't nowhere near that shit. Physically, y'all weren't nowhere near that shit. Y'all were in caves when pyramids were being made. Y'all were still trying to draw on walls when we were creating pyramids. And I'm saying we because y'all asses was there. Y'all weren't there. No matter how many times y'all watch Elizabeth Taylor be Cleopatra, she did not look like that. Okay? She looked more like Iman from Remember the Time. She looked more like Iman from Remember the Time, Michael Jackson. That's what we look like, okay? Okay? That's the real one, okay? Elizabeth Taylor was never. That was a fucked up depiction, okay? That was wrong. Y'all know y'all was wrong for whitewashing Cleopatra like that. Wrong with y'all. Y'all can't even stand in the sun that long. Y'all think y'all was going to be able to live in pyramid times and not get no color? Come on, be real. And the only reason they look like that now is because y'all whitewashed the whole goddamn culture. Y'all went in there and y'all invaded places y'all ain't belong. Caesar, hello. Sorry, let me get off that rant. Let me get off that rant. Let me go back to the key terms. I be trying not to get off task. Yes, can y'all keep the hearts moving? That's the only way I can save this live. Hearts moving. Hearts moving. They want an anti-Iran pro-war posturing. Anti-Iran pro-war posturing. Calls for hardline stance against Iran, including potential military strikes, which Iran has been sitting quietly. They ain't done nothing to nobody. They've been sitting their asses chilling. Why y'all keep messing with us? Why? And let me make something very clear. Muslims, Islamic faith, they were here before Christianity. Christianity is one of the youngest religions. Y'all really think y'all came first? No. Muslims were here. Islamics were here before y'all. God damn. Y'all are not the first. That's y'all problem now. Y'all think y'all the first of every goddamn thing, and they've whitewashed history so bad to the point where y'all think y'all are number one. They have whitewashed, stolen history, rewrote it to the point where y'all think y'all are number one and y'all not. And this is why people are leaving Christianity faith. This is why people are leaving the faith. And this is why y'all have to force it on everybody. Because don't nobody believe that shit no more. This is why y'all have to use laws to to force us into believing y'all shit. It's embarrassing. I have never seen a religion so hard pressed on people believing them. You don't see Muslims forcing people to join them. You don't see Israel's getting mad because a song does not fit their proper, like, prime example, Keith Lee. That little trend, he's a goner. Christians got mad. I can't dance to this because of the words. We need a new song. Bitch, find something else to do. Y'all not supposed to be of the world, right? Y'all not supposed to be of the world. Why do y'all need a new verse so y'all can do this? Why? Why? Iran, y'all know what the fuck I'm saying. All love. Why do y'all need a song? Y'all the only ones that need something. Y'all like that one girl in the group that always want to be seen by the boys. She just can't sit there and let them come to her. She got to be right out there. And that's secular music. I'm just saying. Y'all the only ones that want to force y'all religion down everybody's throat. And you wonder why people are leaving in droves. You wonder why. So, they want potential military strikes on Iran. They see Iran as a modern day Persia. And an existential threat to both Jews and Christians. Iran just said, I just want to be left the fuck alone. Y'all don't get that. I think, and it's the one thing about y'all that y'all don't understand. Nobody wants to mess with y'all. We just want to be left alone. Like, y'all like the annoying little sister. Nobody wants to be around y'all. We just want to be left alone. Iran wants to be left alone. How long y'all been saying Iran is going to have nuclear weapons? Decades. I ain't seen shit. Decades. I ain't seen not one thing pop out of there yet. They don't want to be bothered. They want to live their own lives. And y'all constantly fucking with them. And y'all y'all know tables always turn. I want y'all to understand this. Tables always turn. And when they turn, baby, be ready to face the consequences. Y'all not going to be in power forever. It may not be in my time. It may not be in my little brother's time. But a time will come where it will be your turn to be under the boot. And y'all gonna regret the day y'all ever thought that y'all belonged on top. Domestic Christian nationalism is another point. Encourages policies that reflect evangelical Christian values in governance, banning abortion, opposing LGBTQ rights, mandating prayers in schools, ET-fucking-C. Uses support for Israel as a litmus test for American patriotism and faith. How the fuck does that work? How the fuck, as an American, do I need to take a litmus test for Israel? The fuck? See, honestly, all of y'all MAGA lovers should be pissed off at this shit, because now your loyalty is not to America. Your loyalty is Israel. You have to take a litmus test to prove your loyalty to Israel, not America. But hey, America first. Y'all don't love Israel. Y'all don't love Israel. You a troll. I can afford braces, baby. That's all y'all got. That's all y'all got. That's all y'all got. Y'all have nothing else because y'all know I'm not lying. Y'all America First MAGA lovers, y'all fucked up when y'all voted for Trump. Y'all messed up because y'all gave Israel power. Y'all didn't give Trump power. Y'all gave Israel power. Y'all gave the Heritage Foundation power. Your rights to what you think you have, they're going to take those rights away. Your Second Amendment rights, oh baby, those are going to be taken too. You think they're going to let y'all have... When they start saying Israel first in America, you think they're going to let y'all keep y'all Second Amendment rights? No. No. They're not. They going to take y'all shit. They are going to take y'all Second Amendment rights. They are not going to let y'all have that shit. If they're saying Israel first and y'all are America first, they're going to take that. And that is in Project 2025. So, foreign policy as theology. It's going to promote the idea that America has a God-given mission to protect Israel, spread Judeo-Christian values globally. Globally. It's like the fucking invasion of the brain dead. So they want to take this shit globally. I'm going to tell you right now, China and Japan ain't going to be with that shit. Russia ain't going to be with that shit. Good luck. Good luck trying to get Japan, Russia, North Korea, China. Good luck. Good luck trying to get them to fall in line with this shit. Good luck. Because, baby, once y'all start trying to push out of America and Israel, y'all gonna have, woo! Y'all gonna have a time. Y'all gonna have a time. It's gonna be a time in this bitch. They gonna really, BRICS gonna really come together. And they not just gonna come together financially. They gonna come together military-wise. It's gonna be us and Israel against BRICS. And they gonna shut our asses down. They gonna shut us down. They gonna shut us down, bro. I'm thinking outside the box. Who is, baby, if we in America, it is us. No matter if we agree with that shit or not. Okay? And I'm going to say this. Once America and Israel start bumping their guns, all other countries around us are going to start joining BRICS as well. There will be no longer, no United Nations. What's going to end up happening is going to be the UK, France, United States, Israel, and then everybody else is going to be with BRICS. Because we done fucked ourselves with Mexico and Canada. We've literally effed ourselves with Mexico and Canada. Now, who's behind it? The Heritage Foundation, America's most influential conservative think tank, now aligned more openly with Christian nationalism ideas. Christians United for Israel, CUFI, led by Pastor John Hagee. Is it Hagee? Nope. I think it's John Hagee. Hagee. One of the major evangelical groups pushing this. Okay? Some members of the Trump movement, including Michael Pompeo, and others in the religious right, and right-wing Israeli politicians. Some in Luckid and far-right religious parties embrace the support of the full annexation. So they already have people. So what they're going to do is they're going to start at the lower levels, school boards, small city towns, mayors. Then they're going to run for governors. And then they're going to run for House and for Republican seats and for Senate seats. And then, I mean, hell, they're already in the White House. Russell Vought. He helped write the Project 2025. He helped write Project 2025. He's already there. And he handles the money. He's saying where money goes right now. He is the treasurer. He has the fucking Bank of the United States. He has the bank. Y'all fucked up when y'all didn't put Kamala in office. Y'all really did. Y'all didn't just fuck us. Y'all didn't just fuck yourselves. Y'all fucked America. Y'all literally did. Y'all gave America over to people who don't even believe in America. They believe in Israel. Y'all really just gave a country that is basically a melting pot of every country, every continent in this world over to white Christian nationalism that I guarantee you a lot more white Americans don't agree with, because their values is going to be very strict. No pornography, no drinking, no sleeping outside of your marriage. You can't divorce. No partying, no going to clubs, no enjoying yourself. Prayer all damn day. You can't wear certain clothes. You can't go to certain places. Things will be shut down. No cigarettes. No, none of that. No beer. No, none of that. That is the lifestyle y'all voted for. And I know y'all backwoods people that love y'all pickup trucks and y'all race cars and y'all box wine did not agree to that shit. Blessed be the fruit. Stupids. I'm saving my money. I'm saving my money to get the hell out. Best believe I am saving my money for when the shit hits the fan. I'm not even playing. And I'm encouraging everybody that does not want to live under that situation to start saving their money as much as they can, as much as possible. Because the shit is going to get real. And that's not me fear-mongering. That's not me gaslighting, because I tried to say this shit during the election and nobody wanted to listen. Now we got Donald Trump mega folks going on the internet saying my food stamps got cut. Yeah, y'all the ones out here making videos talking about y'all food stamps got cut. Y'all the ones making videos saying, man, I messed up when I voted for this man. I didn't know my child's Medicaid was going to be cut. Y'all the ones out here regretting y'all vote. Black folks ain't regretting they vote. Mexicans out here regretting they vote. Cubans out here regretting they vote. We don't regret our vote because we knew it was coming down the pipeline. We saw this shit coming. See, the one thing about black people, we can see evil. It's an innate feeling that we have. We can feel that shit. I don't know if it comes down the pipeline historically from what our ancestors had to deal with from the 60s on up. I don't know if that's just it, but baby, we can feel evil coming around. We can clock that shit. No, I'm going the other way. Even our little kids can clock that shit. They will walk into a room and be like, I'm gone. It's something about us that we know when shit is about to hit the fan. And we try to warn people around us and y'all don't fucking listen. It is something in us that can tell when shit is about to go left. And we will yank our people saying, come on, let's go. Let's go, let's move. You don't look right. I'm going that way. It don't feel right in this space. I'm going this way. We have that. Y'all don't. You want to know why y'all don't have that? It's because y'all never had to fear anything in your life. But you will soon. Because every one of y'all does not agree with what's about to come down the pipeline. And I know that. So yes, now y'all going to start feeling that fear. Now y'all can start being scared. It is finally time for y'all to feel the fear that we have had instilled with us from generations. Generational fear that has kept us alive this long. Y'all are about to feel that shit. Guaranteed. It's about to be felt by y'all. Y'all are about to understand what it means to be feared, what it means to be scared, what it means to have anxiety in this goddamn country. Y'all are about to feel that shit because y'all thought y'all pockets were not going to be touched. Y'all thought y'all children were going to be safe. Y'all thought y'all money was going to be okay. Y'all thought y'all housing was going to be okay. Y'all thought nothing was going to come out of y'all homes. It was a lie. They played y'all asses. Trump sat there and said, I don't give a fuck about y'all. I just want y'all vote. And y'all gave it to him. Y'all gave it to him. He sat there and told y'all he didn't give a shit about y'all. I just want your vote. And y'all laughed and giggled and y'all gave it to him. Y'all laughed and giggled and y'all gave it to him. Y'all gave that man y'all vote when he sat there and told y'all, I don't give a damn about y'all. I just need y'all vote. And y'all laughed it off. This is why y'all know y'all don't have no common sense. This is how I know y'all don't have any kind of, y'all don't have no ancestors talking to y'all. This is how I know y'all don't have your ancestral connection. This is how I know y'all not connected to y'all ancestors. Because my ancestors, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, bet. Let me start talking to my folks right now. Okay. I see the way he moving. This is how we know that y'all don't have any type of connection to y'all ancestors. Because if y'all did, they would have tapped y'all on y'all shoulder and say, that ain't the goddamn way. Move this way. That ain't it. What you feeling right now, that's that feeling that makes you turn around. Not, oh my God, did y'all hear that sound? Let's go investigate. Do y'all know that's why y'all always play those characters in horror movies? And black folks can't be playing those. We can never play that character because we don't do shit like that because our ancestors are speaking to us. That's why y'all always play those dumb characters in horror movies. Be real. That's why y'all always running to go see what happened. Go and find out what we saw. Let's go follow the noise. And then y'all run and trip. Because y'all have no kind of innate sense of fear. But Esther's going to put that shit in you. It's definitely going to put that shit in y'all. Y'all don't have no type of fear. No type of fear. And baby, weak people do not fear. What do you say? Weak people fear. Weak people, you're not weak because you fear. Bitch, you alert. Fear keeps you alive. Let me make something very clear. Fear will keep your ass alive. Fear will have me turn around knowing good well I see a bunch of shit about to pop up. Nah, I ain't with that. I'm going this way. You call it what you want. I call it survival skills. Y'all don't have them hoes. Don't be fearful. Don't listen to that instinct that's telling you to turn around. Y'all didn't listen during the election. And that's why 10 million people come 2034 will not have fucking health insurance. That's why our Social Security is going to go bye-bye. That's why your children will not be able to afford an education. Yeah, there are children right now, as we speak, that cannot afford to go to college. White, black, yellow, orange, Indian, Native American. They cannot afford to go to the schools that they got accepted into because of the shit that y'all voted for. Y'all just took education from your damn children. You just told your children that you are not worth going to school for. Your education ain't shit. When you voted for that man, you voted to take their education away. Now they're going to be as dumb as y'all are. Oh, if you got student loans on hold, them hoes are about to go on hold. Yes, that is starting now. Get ready to start seeing payments being pulled out of everywhere. Student loans are about to be taken off pause. You're going to be paying real life, nothing based on your income. They're going to tell you what you owe, and that's it. Yes, it's in Project 2020. Project 2025 is almost done. It is almost done, and it cannot be stopped. It cannot be stopped. Yes, hospitals are closing because Medicaid keeps hospitals open. And without Medicaid, rural hospitals will shut down. Y'all are happy that NPR getting shut down. So when them hurricanes and them tornadoes start hitting your fucking cities and your small ass towns, you won't get no notification. So it's going to take a lot of y'all asses out any goddamn way. Come the next election cycle, they won't have enough of y'all to vote. I'm just being real. I'm just being serious. So damn serious. So, what is the Esther Accords agenda going to look like come the 2025-2026 U.S. election cycle? The heritage-backed initiative like Project Esther and Project 2025 serves as a rallying points for conservatives and evangelical voters. These frameworks frame to support Israel and oppositions to pro-Palestinian activism and core conservative values, which means that if you are for the two-state party of Palestine and Gaza being having their own place, then you are going to be anti-Israel. I guess I'm anti-Israel then, because I believe in a two-state party. It will enable Republican candidates to present themselves as defenders of religious freedom, knowing good and well they boinking their secretary in the background, because most of y'all do. Most of y'all be making, y'all. Most of y'all that claim like y'all God-loving, God-fearing men, y'all be doing shit in the background. Y'all got child stuff on your computer. You messing with a younger girl, or you stepping out on your wife, or you messing with a man and a woman, baby. Y'all not. I'm just serious. I'm so serious. So, they will enable Republican candidates to represent themselves as defenders of religious freedom, pro-U.S., pro-Israel U.S. foreign policy, and conservative culture values. Expect intensifying rhetoric in primary debates, tying loyalty to Israel. Y'all gonna have to listen to that very quickly. Now, I think that's the one thing MAGA is going to really pick up on, is that their people that they put in office are no longer going to be fighting for America. They're going to be fighting for Israel. Look at that debate that happened in New York with Zoran. He said, I'm going to stay right here in New York City. Everybody else said, I'm going to Israel. And look what happened. Oh, hell no. What did Israel got to do in New York? Not a damn thing. I'm keeping my ass right here with my people, which includes Jewish people in New York. I'm not serving people in Israel. I'm serving my people here, and that's why he's going to win. And that is what's going to happen. A lot more people are going to start realizing that the people they voted for and the people they put in office are not for the American people. They're for Israel. And a lot of MAGA people are going to start flipping. They're going to start flipping, because the one thing MAGA is, it's American first. Marjorie Taylor Greene, a lot of them look like and think like Marjorie Taylor Greene. America first. America first. They're also going to be rejecting any anti-Semitic fascism to campaign credibility. Let me make something very fucking clear. Just if you don't agree with Israel, it does not make you anti-Semitic. Let's make it very clear. If you don't agree with what Israel's doing in Gaza, it does not make you anti-Semitic. It makes you fucking human. Jewish people, you are not the most. How can I say this without being an asshole? I'm finding it. You're not the most oppressed. Okay? You're not the most oppressed. Okay? You're not. Get over it. Y'all want us to get over slavery? Move past the Holocaust. Y'all not the most oppressed. Y'all are actually now the Nazis. Y'all have turned into Germany. Y'all are not the most oppressed. People in the goddamn America are not oppressing y'all. Y'all still own half of the goddamn banks. Y'all have your own city in New York. Girl, get over it. We have the freedom not to agree with y'all asses. We are for the underdogs. America has always been an underdog country. Everybody that was fleeing some shit came here. We are underdogs. Whether we got the worst of the worst from Europe, because people were sentenced to come to America, or you are fleeing something in another country, we are the fucking underdogs. You think we gonna go for y'all? No. You're not oppressed, sweetheart. You're whining. You're getting on our last nerve. America is over y'all. Most of America don't see y'all coming first. So if you are for Palestinians having their right to survive and live in their own country, their own state, free of oppression from Israel, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. Especially since we're supplying y'all to live the way y'all live. They're going to start reshaping Republican policy platforms, okay? They're going to be projecting. The Republican playbook is going to change, okay? The Republican playbook is going to change. The Heritage Foundation has already influenced executive actions in Trump's second term. We already know that, mirroring Project 2025 recommendations across immigration, deregulation, and bureaucracy cuts, okay? They've made the government smaller, so it's easier to control. They're trying to get rid of anybody and everybody that's not white. Or, I don't know, a true American, which I don't know what the fuck that actually means. Project Esther will propose concrete measures of defunding universities, revoking visas of pro-Palestinian activists, and federal task force to combat alleged anti-Semitism. People saying free Palestine in a protest is anti-Semitic to them. Get a fucking life. GOP candidates are likely to adopt these planks, promising action-oriented responses to pro-Palestinian activism on campuses, which they're already doing now. Okay? Pivoting foreign policy narratives. The influence of the Heritage-backed memo in the Pentagon advocating for pivot from the Middle East to confront China indicates defense policies will be reoriented. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, y'all better leave China alone. Y'all better leave China alone. Leave China alone. Okay? They not the ones to mess with. Leave them alone. We ain't got time. We don't. We already owe them a shitload of money. Yes, America is in debt to China. I don't know. I don't know if real Americans act like, the real MAGA people understand that we are in debt to China. China owns our ass. We are in debt. America is in debt. And with the value of our dollar going down, we're going to be more broke. I'm just saying. During the campaign season, expect Republicans' messaging to champion hard-line U.S.-Israel alliance, framed as bulwark against global threats, especially Iran and ideology globalist. So, the whole thing is unite Israel and U.S. That's the whole game plan. So that white Christian nationalism and Israelis and Jews can take over the country. So, yay, the strategy appeals to both neoconservatives and white nationalist white nationalism, right-wing individuals. The culture war flashpoints and voter friction. Issues tied to the Esther and Project Esther, such as academic freedom, freedom of speech, and religious liberty, will become a foreground. Okay, that will be a fight. Enforcement against pro-Palestinian campus groups, speech on restrictions with mobilizing both conservative bases and liberal oppositions. So they're going to come after our freedom of speech. AIPAC needs to get the fuck out. That's a problem. That's a big problem with us. These flashpoints will intensify cultural war, polarization, potentially boosting turnouts across the party lines, with independent voters caught in the middle. No, they won't. I'm going to tell you something right now. As soon as the Republicans start pushing more Israel rhetoric, more for Israel rhetoric, the Americans that voted for Trump, the MAGA people that voted for Trump and that believe America first are going to start having an awakening. They're going to start having an awakening because they believe America belongs to them. They don't believe America belongs to Israel. Let's be real. And they're going to say that. America first. What are we doing? What are we doing? That is going to be something that is going to wake up. All right. Impact on midterms and ballot races. State level GOP candidates introducing bills mirroring federal efforts to suppress pro-Palestine activism, campaigning on platforms to support Israel, white Christian nationalism, and expansion of state surveillance, speaking protections under anti-hate initiatives. You know the funny fucking thing? Bitch, black folks don't even have that shit. A whole other fucking country gets that shit. And the black people that helped build this fucking country don't even have protections. Fuck y'all. The DNC will likely try to counter the emphasis on academic rights, pluralism, Jewish progressive voices, and critiques on religious nationalisms. Swing voters will probably be in the middle. The conclusion is the Esther framework, steeped in Project Esther, and its alignment with Project 2025 isn't just aspirational, it's already driving executive policy making. As we progress through 2025 into 2026 election, watch for intensified debates in the GOP primaries, culturally flashpoints on campus activism, and national identity reshaping around Christian Zionism and conservative culture values. This is what we're going to be fighting. This is what we're going to be fighting. Christianity is a cult. It's a cult now. It is no longer a religion. And I'm going to tell you one thing that I do know. My God is a jealous God, and he will smite you. My God is a jealous God, and he will smite thee. You use him to promote your hate and your personal ideologies, and you will be taken out one way or another. You will have to stand judgment. Using him as a catalyst to suppress people like y'all did back then, like you're doing now, God will get his lick back. And I am waiting on that day that he marks every one of y'all to be taken. And we go ahead and put that mark on our door so we can be safe. I'm waiting on that day. I'm not the nice black woman. I don't really give a shit. I am waiting on that day that he comes and takes every one of y'all that have used his name in vain, that have used his name to harm other people, that have used his religion for your own personal gain. Because you are not the children of God. You're not the chosen ones either. Those who are last shall be first, and those who are first shall be last. I don't think y'all actually paid attention to that shit. You first right now, but guarantee you're going to be last in line when it comes to getting into those gates. And them gates are going to close on y'all. Y'all need to start getting right with him before this next election, because the shit that's going to be coming down that pipeline is not God. It's false representation. It's a false prophet. And you're going to go straight to hell for it. You're going to go straight to hell. Y'all better get y'all shit together. It is a damn shame that even in this time, y'all will use God as a way to suppress people. Y'all haven't learned shit. Not a damn thing. And let me make something clear. God does take children. He's done it before. He takes people. He's done it before. He has cleaned out this earth before. And he will do it again. And baby, I ain't got no problem with that. I have no problem because I'm good with mine. I'm good with mine. Will y'all be ready? Will y'all be ready for that shit? I don't think you will. But good luck to you and yours. With that, if you want to know what else happened yesterday, please go look at my thing. Y'all have a lot of of governors. Sorry, y'all have a lot of House GOP and senators that voted for the big beautiful bill that are Republicans. They're running for governors. They're trying to run to other states to run for governor. They're trying to get the hell out of Dodge because they know they're about to lose their seats in the House and in the Senate. So now they're running to different states to run for governor. Go look at that and make sure that that person is not trying to run for governor in your area. They're trying to get the hell out of Dodge. They're trying to get the hell out of Dodge, and there's a list of them trying to move quietly. There are Republican senators and House GOP leaders that are trying to run to different states to run for governor because they're trying to get the hell out of Dodge because they know they voted for that big beautiful bill. Go take a look at my video and see which one belongs to y'all. And don't forget their faces. With that, I will see you guys tomorrow. I've got a meeting to go to, and I have work to do. You guys have a good day. Bye, peoples. Will it let me exit? Yes. Bye, TikTokers. YouTube. Bye, YouTubies.